Blessings, y'all, whoever's watching. So today we are going to talk about the vagina, the pussy power, pussy portal, the divine feminine.
So there's lots of discussions. Hey, welcome back, Amanda. Welcome back.
Welcome back.
All right, we got a trifecta going on here. Hopefully this will work with all three of us.
Yeah.
I got some copper grounding this situation. Lots of energy on here. So I had a conversation and then I saw a post.
Y'all are syncing up.
Yeah. I heard a conversation recently. I had a conversation and I was talking about how society will just easily say that women have less strength than men. And it depends how you define strength. And maybe if we just tell people from when they're a young age that these people are weak, these people are smart, these people are strong, that in order to fit into society, we just tend to believe a lot of those things. And I'm open to the fact that they may be true, but maybe they're not true. That's why we're putting so much energy towards saying that. So I wanted to start off by talking about the strength. Like, why can't the word, like when you're calling somebody a pussy, can't that be like a beautiful, the flower of life? So who wants to speak on that? Both of you have children, right?
Yes, I think so. Okay. Right?
So baby girl. So do you think the experience of giving birth to a child takes strength?
Oh, absolutely.
Oh, outside, nice. So I know I put this together, but I want the feminine perspective. I don't want to I don't want to tell you how I feel about women, especially when we have some women here. So let's get into a discussion.
So obviously I feel, well, this is my take on the power of both genders and both expressions, right? I don't want to solely just kind of focus on the women because I don't know. So for me, there's a balance in life in both sexes, right? Where we were created to not be the same thing. We were created to live in this realm and find our other half, our other person, the other, what do you say? The other rib, right? And though women are taught early on that we aren't as strong because we physically don't grow big of a muscle as a man on the outside, I think on the inside, women typically carry their strength. I mean, womb, right? The womb energy, and us being mothers are us having the capability of growing a whole new little being in our bodies and push that little being out of our bodies. Like, we're not generally taught the power that is behind all of that. And I think a lot of it has to do with sex shame, right? That they want us to not have sex, not indulge in any type of sexual activities until we're married, until we make a pact with God, right? And I think that needs to change. I feel, especially now with these current generations, there's so much going on in the media, and kids nowadays can see things that I didn't used to see at their age.
Yeah.
You know?
Can I chime in on this a little bit?
Oh, please.
Yeah, for sure.
So sorry, I got wild animals running around everywhere. You'll see some dogs, some cats, maybe a hedgehog or two. But yeah, so So right now I'm in the mix of, you know, all of this, and I go to what's called the Strip, which is like our downtown area, and you know, I market my product and sell my stuff down there. But I see a lot of what's going on with like the young crowd and what they're being exposed to, whether it be alcohol, drugs, sex, music, you know, whatever it may be. Sorry, I told y'all they're here. But what I've noticed is, you know, sex is such a taboo thing. We do it, but we don't want to talk about it, you know, and when we do, it's talked about in a manner that where there's no respect there in regards to, sadly, most of the time, the woman's body. You know, men can talk about a woman all kinds of ways to their friends, and I've even seen it's happened to me where, you know, late night after a market or after being at a bar doing a show with a friend or supporting music, go babies, go. You know, they'll sit down and they'll talk to me about their relationships, that, you know, that they're what's going on with their partner. And a lot of times it's a woman putting in so much effort and energy and so much love, where the man doesn't understand that, and it becomes overwhelming, and so they end up not meeting those needs and end up seeking something else, you know, instead of trying to figure out how to meet a woman's needs. And same thing for a man, you know, they have certain needs as well too. Do we lose Corona?
Don't worry about any of that. I got that. I'm covering all
that. So yeah, you know, I feel like on both parts we need to understand that masculine and feminine energy, and balance that out, and men need to understand, you know, they do have a feminine energy within them. Baby, can you go take her inside? Shh, go over there, go inside, okay? Take Zena inside. Go inside, Zena. Y'all go inside. So I definitely think that's something we should talk about more often, and it not be so taboo. And men not, and women both not be scared that we have this energy in us that is masculine and is feminine, you know. And I feel when it comes to like women, for example, carrying that masculine energy, that's setting those boundaries, you know, thinking more logically, not so much based off of emotion. And then when it comes to men, you know, they don't want to really act upon that feminine energy because they feel like they're going to be judged or frowned upon whenever they start to show any like form of emotion or kindness. And even recently, you know, through dating and all this, I've had men tell me, you know, I don't want to show my feminine side. It's wrong for a man to show their feminine side. And I'm not, no woman's going to push me to do that or force me to do that, because that's taking away from who I am. And I think that's what we need to understand as a whole, is we carry both parts, both sides. We can't be without one or the other. And if we are, you know, it's going to be out of balance. You know, there's something that's not going to be right. And I think it does go back to sex. You know, what were we exposed to as children? What were our parents' relationships like? Were we exposed to some form of trauma, and did that trigger us in a certain type of way? Okay, go potty, love. Did that trigger us in some type of way, you know, sexually, to have certain urges, or even for it to be taboo for us, you know, in some way, shape, or form, or feel dirty when we do it, or feel sinful being raised up, you know, through some form of religion, or our parents telling us, you know, it's got to be this way or that way. I think we should understand that this is what creates life. It's beautiful. We need to have respect for it, set boundaries, and enjoy it, and not, you know, feel so ashamed when being involved in those type of activities with somebody that we genuinely care about or can connect with, you know.